Assalamu alaikum, everyone. We are here with the COVID-19 session again. And we thought of doing the session because there were, again, some of questions coming in, a lot of information was being shared. And we thought that instead of keeping the questions in a way that everyone keep guessing what to do and what not to do. And, there are so many myths that can be coming up. So we thought that why not we have everyone coming again and talk about what do we have in terms of knowledge, and where can we go from here. We have with us Dr. Umar Chugtai, who is a very renowned doctor, and he himself has been into many such interviews. He's basically lab director in Chugtai Lab, and he is on Diplomate American Board of Anatomic and Clinical Pathology. He's an MBBS doctor, MD and FCAP. And we were just having this discussion that how should we go about it? And very kindly, he has said that I'm happy to take your questions. So I think this is a good time that you can ask the questions and take care of all the myths and the worries that you are having in thinking, okay, मुझे क्या करना चाहिए या क्या नहीं करना चाहिए. So starting off, Dr. Saab, thank you so very much for your time today. And we are very glad that you're part of the Her Bright Beginning live session. First of all, I would like you from your side, a little bit of your introduction. And in this COVID situation, how do you as a doctor see all this situation going around?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be speaking to your group. I've done a few of these sessions, but I think in every session, the conversation is always interesting because there are many ways of looking at the same problem and many ways of asking the same question. And I find it rewarding to try and do away with some of the myths, some of the misunderstandings, and hopefully, agar logon ko authentic information mile, so we can deal with the anxiety around this pandemic, and we can be better prepared to manage it. So I'm happy to be here. I'm a doctor, I'm a pathologist. I'm a graduate of King Edward Medical College in Lahore. And then I did my residency and fellowship in pathology in the US. I've been back since 2007. I go back and forth to the US, do a little bit of teaching there, but mostly I spend my time in Lahore or Pakistan, and I work at Chugtai Lab. As far as the pandemic is concerned, the situation aapke samne hai, it has gotten significantly worse over the last few weeks, which was partially expected. The virus doesn't spread itself, hum usko phailate hain. जब हम interact करते हैं socially, जब हम gather करते हैं socially, तो इसलिए it's important to minimize social interaction, to wear masks. But Eid के बाद the situation definitely got a little bit worse, and we are where we are. I think the connection has been lost. It's a bahat. I'm happy to take questions, but I don't have access to the Facebook feed for questions. We can wait a little while for Bahat to rejoin. Janab.
Janab, so we are back. Sorry, I think we missed a couple of things. I'm so sorry for this, a little bit of glitch. Should we, continue with it? And
yes, we can continue.
Yeah. Right. So first of all, Dr. Saab, the very important question that I think people have been getting all flabbergasted about is that what are the key areas which I need to know? I start with the testing first. So what is the right test for COVID-19?
The PCR test.
The PCR
The
test. Okay.
PCR test is the test to diagnose if somebody is currently infected. Don't
Okay.
let
And
anybody
can you
confuse
explain
you.
a little bit of explain
Yes.
how this
Yeah.
test is, who is doing it?
Yeah. So the PCR is an abbreviation for polymerase chain reaction, which is a technology which is used to look for little strands of genetic material, to keep it very simple. So basically, we are looking for virus RNA in the patient's sample. COVID, the problem here, the COVID is found in the lungs, in the respiratory tract, in the mouth, in the nose. It doesn't go into the blood consistently. So if I draw comparisons, for instance, to hepatitis B or hepatitis C, अगर किसी ने कभी hepatitis B या hepatitis C का PCR test करवाया हो, so for that a blood sample is required, because the virus is found in the blood. So you can take a blood sample and you can do a PCR test on the blood sample. So you have to get the sample from where the virus is inside the body. In the case of COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2, which is the actual name for the virus remains restricted to the respiratory tract, which is the mouth, the nose, the windpipe, the trachea, and the lungs. So you have to get a sample from the respiratory tract. Now, the best sample, medically speaking, the best sample would be the fluid inside the lungs. But you can't do that in an outpatient setting. For that, the patient has to be admitted in the ICU. That is done by anesthesia teams or ICU teams. But in an outpatient setting, in a lab setting, if you're doing testing for a large number of people, then either a nasal swab or an oral swab is taken to get a sample to do the test. And then उस sample के ऊपर PCR test किया जाता है to look for the virus. So the PCR test is a test to diagnose if somebody is currently infected.
Right. And who are the authentic sources where we can get the test done? So Chuktai Lab is one of those. I got my got tested from Chuktai Lab as well. But including Chuktai, if Chuktai is also providing even now, and what are other sources that we can be authentically getting tested?
I was telling somebody yesterday that the government of Punjab and the government of Sindh have done a fairly good job of making sure that high quality places do the testing for COVID. So whether that is in the private sector or in the public sector. So if you can essentially go to any lab that is offering the PCR test and you can get it done. And more or less, I can't speak for everybody, but the large majority of the labs that are doing the PCR test, वही सारे renowned नाम हैं जो सारे लोग जानते हैं. I mean, there is no, there should be no reluctance in admitting that Shaukat Khanum Hospital Lab is a very good lab. Aga Khan Hospital Lab is a very good lab. There are several Dow Lab in Karachi and Indus Hospital Lab at Karachi. And these are excellent places, and there are several others. So other than a couple of names here and there, most of the places are reliable and good places. And if you can get a test there, then that's fine. That should be okay.
Right. So, and how much time does it take for a report to come?
That depends on the individual lab's workload and the individual lab's throughput. कि वो एक दिन में कितने tests कर सकते हैं. In most cases, the tests are reported within 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours. Right. And in those cases, also the bulk of the time is taken up in transporting the samples to the lab. So, like if you're doing a sample collection in a smaller city, then some time is spent sending the samples to Lahore or to Karachi, for instance, and then the testing is done there.
सो अब टेस्टिंग के ऊपर भी एक तो सबसे पहला सवाल ये है कि हमें पता चल गया कि अच्छा टेस्ट कौन सा कराना है. However, there have been questions and myths going around कि भाई टेस्ट कराने की क्या जरूरत है, अगर ये सिम्टम्स हैं तो उसका मतलब है आप कोविड है ही आपको, तो स्टार्ट योर टेकिंग केयर एंड देन get the test done whenever you can. Is that the right approach? Are there symptoms that you can rely on and start quarantine and start taking care and take the step as test as a second step? What is the right, you may say, 1, 2, 3 steps to be taken once a person
Uh,
start? I mean, this is everywhere.
okay, the thing to understand is that there are some diseases that are non-communicable. For instance, if I have diabetes, I have diabetes. It's my problem. I have to manage it. I have to manage my food intake. I have to manage my medicine. पर लेकिन डायबिटीज का जो भी होगा, अच्छा होगा या बुरा होगा, वो मुझे ही होगा, किसी और को नहीं होगा. It's non-communicable. Then there are other diseases which are communicable. So if I have a viral infection, such as COVID, then I am not only impacted myself, I can also infect other people. So that is why, whether it is wearing a mask to prevent COVID, whether it is social distancing, whether it is washing your hands, whether it is choosing to not participate in large social gatherings. So we are doing these for ourselves, and we are also doing that as a part of a larger collective for the whole society. And so similarly, if somebody has symptoms and they feel that they probably have COVID, it's always a good idea to take care of yourself. Of course, more power to you. You must take care of yourself. If you can safely isolate and make sure and treat yourself as a presumptive COVID patient and monitor your health, fantastic, excellent. But keep in mind that there are other illnesses which are around, like typhoid, like dengue, like there are many other reasons why somebody might have fever for a little while. So अगर आपका बुखार 2-3 दिन बाद ठीक नहीं हो रहा, अगर आपको खांसी नहीं हुई, for instance, which is a classic symptom in COVID, so it's good to have that information, because and heaven forbid if you need to go to the hospital, then they need a COVID report before they can admit you in the COVID ward. So I'm not going to tell anybody कि आप जबरदस्ती टेस्ट करवाएं ही करवाएं, but having information is better than not having information.
Absolutely. So one more important aspect, आपने बात की कि for example अगर मुझे कुछ symptoms नजर आ रहे हैं तो it's good कि मैं एक टेस्ट करा लूं, ताकि एक तो खुद भी दिली की satisfaction हो जाएगी, क्योंकि डर and fear भी बहुत ज्यादा है, and then I would be able to protect others as well. But what about कि मुझे अब जैसे मैं घर में बैठी हूँ, मैं कहीं नहीं जा रही हूँ, और मुझे confirmed है कि मैंने किसी भी ऐसे पर्सन के साथ कम्युनिकेट नहीं किया है, ना रिलेशनशिप ना एंगेजमेंट की है जिसको कोविड है, बिला वजह मुझे नहीं टेस्ट कराना चाहिए unless I am feeling the symptoms. However, अगर I'm feeling the symptom, then I should get tested. This is what I understood from your conversation.
जी बिल्कुल. I would request and urge everybody कि शौकिया टेस्ट ना करवाएं. कि बिल्कुल शौकिया देखें, every healthcare system has a capacity. And healthcare systems are not built for pandemics. Pandemics are not even once in a lifetime events. As it turns out, they're once in a century events. So healthcare systems are not designed to cater to the needs of the whole population in the case of a pandemic. इसीलिए आप देख रहे हैं, not just in Pakistan, but the whole world is struggling to meet this challenge. Whether it's Pakistan, whether it's the US, मैंने आपको बताया, कुछ ह्यूस्टन से मेरा ताल्लुक रहता है. आज मैं पढ़ रहा था कि ह्यूस्टन में जो जनरल हॉस्पिटल्स हैं वो ओवरफ्लो करना शुरू हो गए. So the children hospital is now starting to admit adult patients. So this is a reality everywhere. तो मेरी सबसे रिक्वेस्ट ये होगी कि again this is a part of your social responsibility कि अगर आपको टेस्ट की जरूरत नहीं है तो leave those resources for somebody else, because every time a test is done, some other test is not done. So
absolutely
use these resources sparingly.
Right. There is a question that is coming from the participant is that the test done by Shaukat Khanam through blood is a question mark. Should it be?
Sorry, आपकी आवाज कट रही थी. आपने कुछ
So
blood
the
test के
question
बारे
is
में?
that Shaukat Khanam is offering the blood test. The question is it is an authentic test to be considered, or it is not an authentic test to be considered?
So the blood test is an antibody test. And we are also offering an antibody test. The antibody test is designed to check if somebody was infected in the past. So जिस तरह हमने बात की, इस वक्त अगर चेक करना हो कि किसी को कोविड इस वक्त इन्फेक्शन है, तो the test for that is the PCR test, for which you need to you give a nasal swab sample or an oral swab sample. अगर आपने चेक करना हो कि मुझे महीना पहले बहुत तबीयत खराब हुई थी, बुखार हुआ था, जुकाम हुआ था, गला खराब हुआ था और खांसी भी थी 2 दिन, तो क्या वो कोविड तो नहीं था? या आपने चेक करना हो कि यार क्या मुझे कोविड हुआ था, मैं रिकवर कर चुका हूँ, क्या मैं प्लाज्मा डोनेट कर सकता हूँ, फॉर इंस्टेंस. तो उन चीजों के लिए द टेस्ट इज द एंटीबॉडी टेस्ट. So that test is being offered at multiple places. We are also offering the antibody test. So the दोनों tests का role फर्क है. They are not replacements for each other.
Okay. Another important question that is coming from the participant is that they are hearing a lot of words which are very new to them in terms of COVID. One is isolation, another is quarantine. So quarantine versus isolation, are these two same things? Are they two different? What's the difference?
I'm very happy somebody has asked this question. It's a very important question. Quarantine is taking healthy people and keeping them away from infected people. So quarantine healthy लोगों की होती है और isolation infected लोगों की होती है.
Okay.
So isolation.
That's an important difference.
Yeah, as long as people understand the concept कि जो लोग infected हैं उन्होंने अलग रहना है और जो लोग infected नहीं हैं वो अलग रह सकते हैं. So that's the more important thing. लेकिन अगर लफ्ज का सही इस्तेमाल करना है तो infected लोग isolate करते हैं, self isolate करते हैं. अगर 2-3 लोग एक घर में बीमार हों तो they can isolate together. They can be in one portion of the house together, and the rest of the people in the house are in quarantine. वो अलग हैं. So healthy लोग quarantine में जाते हैं और infected लोग isolation में जाते हैं.
Okay, अब हमारा तो था, thank you for this clarity. अब एक और भी एक situation है कि हमारे ज़्यादातर mothers भी हैं हमारे पास. And there are situations occurring where mothers are getting infected and there are only 1 or 2 people at home as elders and the rest are kids. And let's say all elders are infected. And now kids are too small to take care of themselves. What is the right approach to take care of that situation at home?
देखिए अभी हम थोड़ी देर पहले बात कर रहे थे that जो वायरस तो जो है वो है, it is accompanied by such high levels of anxiety. And one of the reasons is that it comes with all these challenges that we have never thought about before. The mother is ill. There's nobody else to take care of the child, but the child needs to be taken care of. What to do? इस तरह के बहुत सारे और parents or grandparents are ill, and so who can step in to take care of the situation? Every household has their own dynamics, and honestly speaking, the virus does not give us a lot of room to come up with great answers to these situations. But I think every household will probably have to find some alternative mechanism to take care of the children for a few days. अच्छी बात जो हमें मालूम हुई है over the last few months, जैसे जैसे हमारी understanding of the disease has evolved, that initially it was कि जब तक PCR test negative नहीं हो जाता तब तक you cannot end isolation and come back into society. But now we know that essentially the disease cycle is about less than 3 weeks. So from the day you get infected, and or to make it even simpler, from the day you start getting symptoms, or from the day you get the positive PCR test, the disease cycle is only about 10 days. So there is a lot of short-term frustration, anxiety, and management of these situations that comes with this diagnosis. Thankfully, it is short-lived, and it's only a few days. And लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं कि मेरा टेस्ट पहला पॉजिटिव आया था, तो अब मैं फिर कब टेस्ट करवाऊं? And I share with them the guidelines from the National Institute of Health in Islamabad. And the guidelines say very clearly that if you have been symptom-free for 3 days, and if it's been 10 days since your symptoms started, then you can end isolation, and you don't need to get another test. So don't wait for back-to-back negative tests before you end isolation.
And so when my report has come positive, what's the first step I should be taking care of? And what are the subsequent, you may say, SOPs for me to understand so that I can implement it at my place or home? And what are those areas where I should be really thinking कि नहीं अब मुझे hospital जाना है? क्या severity of symptoms है, mildness है, can I control it myself? These are the things which are creating a lot of anxiety. So can you categorize that these are the steps that you should be taking in any case? And then you can go for this next level and next level and next level.
My mantra throughout this thing has always been to prepare for the worst and hope and pray for the best. So I think even before getting a test, I think all of us in our daily lives need to have a care plan, need to have a plan कि अगर घर में किसी का पॉजिटिव आ जाएगा या एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली में किसी का पॉजिटिव आ जाएगा, तो what are the steps we're going to take? Who is going to isolate where? Who is going to be taking care of them? Remember, it's physical isolation, it's not social isolation. आपने जो शख्स बीमार है, आपने उसका ख्याल रखना है, उसका ख्याल आपने उसको मोटिवेट करना है, उसको सपोर्ट करना है. So even before getting the test, every family should have some sort of a plan कि अगर खुदा न खास्ता family में किसी को हो जाता है, तो what will be the responsibilities and who is going to do what, and where will the infected person isolate? That's the first thing. अगर किसी को कोविड का diagnosis हो जाए, तो of course they should isolate. They should isolate ideally in a separate space. There are home isolation guidelines again from the National Institute of Health, and they're not super complicated. You need a separate living space, you need a separate washroom, and you should have minimal interaction with your family. Or agar interaction ho bhi, to uske liye bhi guidelines hain ki kaise the people who are not infected are, what kind of protection they can take. For example, masks and gloves, that sort of thing. And then you should have access to a pulse oximeter, because the most common and the most serious thing that COVID can do is it can induce coughing, and then eventually, in some cases, thankfully, in only in some cases, shortness of breath. तो खांसी होती है, सांस लेने में कुछ तकलीफ होता है, दुश्वारी होती है, और बुखार होता है. तो अगर आपके पास थर्मोमीटर हो और आप अपना टेम्परेचर का लॉग या रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन करें, और अगर आपके पास ऑक्सीमीटर हो, और तो आप उससे अपनी ऑक्सीजन सैचुरेशन, which anything above 95% is fine, का रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन करें. So those are two things that you can do actively. उसके अलावा there are a lot of videos about you can find on YouTube about just doing very simple, physical exercise, breathing exercises, just to keep yourself engaged in your own care. अगर खुदा न खास्ता ऑक्सीजन सैचुरेशन लेवल्स 90 तक चले जाएं या 90 से नीचे जानी शुरू हो जाएं, that's when you need to be going to a hospital.
Right. Now, there is a lot of fear about declaring, the fear of being socially rejected, of declaring that I am COVID positive, especially those people who are working. They tend to say, oh, there would be a larger HR processes started, so I am just avoiding not to declare. What do you suggest for that? Is that the right approach? Could they be taking care of themselves, and what should be the mental state for doing this?
First of all, COVID doesn't care. if you're a good worker or a lazy worker, and it doesn't care
Yes.
if you are a senior officer or a mid-level manager or if you're a field worker. And COVID definitely doesn't care if you're a good person or a bad person. So I think uh, organizations, employers, uh, HR managers, and society as a whole, we need to do away with this stigma. कि अगर कोई पॉजिटिव आ गया है तो अब उसको अवॉइड किया जाए परमानेंटली या फॉर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, because I assure you, before it is all said and done, COVID is going to, I'm not saying it's going to infect everyone, but everyone will know somebody who was infected. ऐसे
Yes.
so it's not going to be something which कि जी हमने खबरों में सुना, हमने टीवी में देखा, लेकिन I never heard of anybody in my extended circle जिसको कोविड हुआ था. ये नहीं होगा. COVID is going to touch us in some shape or form, or somebody around us is going to get infected. Now that could be somebody in the family, that could be somebody in extended family, somebody in our social circle, somebody in our friends. But COVID is a reality, and so and it is not a character certificate, and so
Yes.
we we really need to work together to do away with this stigma कि किसी को कोविड हुआ है तो इसका मतलब है उन्होंने कोई गलत काम किया है या जानबूझ के उन्होंने कोविड करवाया. So and HR departments will have to evolve to a better understanding, and we'll have, because it would be very unfortunate for somebody to get infected in the first place. It would be even worse if their social support system collapsed right after that, because that's the last thing you want. Because just वक्त किसी को diagnosis होता है, that's a very high level of stress. उस वक्त it's very important that people come together around them to support that person, to encourage that person, motivate that person, and to say, I mean, I'm doing these sessions every day, every other day, just to get this message out. Okay, please, this is sensationalism ko chhod dein, and just be there for each other and be kind, because that's the 50% of people don't even realize that they have COVID and they recover. And another 35% of people have mild symptoms and then they recover. But the problem is when you get COVID, when you get diagnosed, you don't know which group you're going to fall in. So the next week is going to be full of a lot of anxiety. So it's very important that the people around them, a friend in need is a friend indeed. So
Yes.
true friends really need to step up, and employers need to step up, and HR managers need to step up and say, it's okay. हम बात कर रहे थे, difficult circumstances की, whether it's, taking care of children at home or parents at home. So it may not be that somebody themselves is infected, but what if somebody's parents are infected? And so even in those cases, employers need to be flexible in helping their employees take care of family members.
Regarding the food, is it though two more anxieties that are covering people is that it is communicable through food as well, or people are thinking of, so we can wash hands with the sanitizers. Should we wash everything with some sort of sanitization facility or with soap or whatever? Food, how to take care of the food that we are taking in. And the important aspect is, can I communicate or transfer it to my pets as well?
Yeah. So as far as food is concerned, you can't eat the virus. I mean, you can eat the virus, but the virus can't infect you through food. The virus can infect you through food containers. So अगर आप carry out करवाते हैं या delivery करवाते हैं, so the food container could have a small risk of being contaminated, but the food itself is not. So that's one thing. There are some studies that say that, and similarly, if you wash fruit, for instance, if you wash fruit before eating, then you should be fine, because haath lagte hain fruit ko. As far as the pets are concerned, there are a couple of studies that have showed isolated cases where dogs and cats have been infected with the virus, but that animal is not going to transmit it again. So even if the pet is infected, the pet is not going to infect other people with the virus, at least not based on current knowledge.
Right. the most important aspect of probably this entire pandemic situation is that people are coming up every day with a new sort of myth, I would say, but a rumor that this is the test that has been diagnosed, or this is the prevention that has been diagnosed, this is the medicine that has been identified which can take care of it. And then you go on and on with herbs and every single patta boota jo milta hai wo kha lo. So how a professional doctor see these things, that to what extent we should give into the trial and error method, and to what extent we should listen but do away with doing it actually.
देखिए, या तो मेडिसिन कह रही हो ना, द फील्ड ऑफ मेडिसिन या तो कह रहा हो कि जी ये दवाई ले लें और सिर्फ ये 2 चीज़ों करने की ज़रूरत है और एंड देन गारंटीड ट्रीटमेंट हो जाएगा, आपको किसी और चीज़ की फिक्र नहीं है. But since there is a vacuum, there is no sure shot cure that the field of medicine has been able to come up with. A vacuum gets filled, and so there are all sorts of these alternative ideas कि ये कर लें या ये कर लें या ये कर लें. I always tell people कि आप जो मर्जी करें, लेकिन पहले बेसिक एहतियात करें. So nothing is going to replace the protection that a mask gets you. Nothing is going to replace the preventive effect of washing your hands regularly, of using hand sanitizer, and maintaining social distancing. Those are the most important basic things. आपने उसके अलावा अपनी मर्जी की चाय पीनी है, ग्रीन टी पीनी है, हर्ब्स पीने हैं, हर्ब्स लेने हैं, who am I to stop you?
Yes.
But I mean, don't do it in excess. Don't do it to a point कि आप अपने रूटीन के सारी ग़ज़ा को छोड़ के सिर्फ एक चीज़ के पीछे लग जाएं. हर चीज़ को बैलेंस पे रखें. आपने मल्टीविटामिन्स लेने, प्लीज लें. आपने हर्ब्स लेने लें. आपने कोई खास किस्म की ग्रीन टी पीनी है, मैं आपको रोकूंगा नहीं. लेकिन मैं आपसे सिर्फ ये जरूर कहूंगा कि आप ये ना समझिए कि अगर आप कोई चाय पी लेंगे तो फिर आपको ना मास्क की जरूरत है, ना आपको हाथ धोने की जरूरत है, ना आपको किसी और चीज की जरूरत है. इट नथिंग इज दीज आर द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट बेसिक थिंग्स. इनको कर लें. उसके अलावा फिर अपनी मर्जी के मुताबिक कम करें, ज्यादा करें, लेकिन विद इन सम बैलेंस उन चीजों को लेके चलें.
Right. So there is one question from the person who's attending: is are fruits and vegetables safe to eat after washing with simple tap water?
They're definitely safer. What I would say is, for example, a banana is fine. You're not eating the covering of the banana. The fruits and vegetables are also fine if you're washing with simple tap water. If you can wipe them down with a little bit of soap and then wash them with water, that's even better. ताकि आप पूरे ही safe हो जाएं. लेकिन as such, fruits and vegetables and surfaces are not the predominant way that the virus spreads. The predominant way that the virus spreads is the droplets that we make when we talk, when we sneeze, when we cough. So इसीलिए the mask and social distancing are very important. And साथ ही साथ hand washing इसलिए ज़रूरी है because we touch our faces all the time. We don't realize it, but we touch our faces all the time. And so when we touch myriad surfaces, doorknobs and tables, phones, और उसके बाद फिर जब हम अपने हाथ अपने मुंह पे मलते हैं, तो that's how we could potentially transfer the virus to our face, to our mouth, to our eyes. So that's why hand washing is so important.
Right. We are going towards the end of the session. Very important aspect that I am seeking for my own understanding as well. How do you see the number of cases in Pakistan are increasing a lot, and situations are every day changing, and everyone is saying next 3 weeks, next 2 months. How do you see, as a doctor, as an informed professional, how do you see the coming few months for an individual, for the professionals, and for healthcare industry? Where do we seek the guidelines? Where do we seek the solace? All right, now it is going to, if not get over, but there is some solace, or there is some light at the end of the tunnel. As a professional, what is your opinion about
it? Dr. Fauci, जो US के अंदर, he's the head of the NIH, and and he had a very memorable line. He said, "We don't set the timeline; the virus sets the timeline."
Yes.
Unfortunately, in this situation, we are at the mercy of the virus, at least as far as if we don't follow safety guidelines. इसमें कोई शक नहीं है that a lot of us are very sick and tired of this whole nonsense. And I wish one of us had the power to snap their fingers and say, yeah, ये 2020 को ना zero से फिर से शुरू करें. ये सही नहीं जा रहा. But that's not within our powers. But it seems to me that COVID is here to stay for some time. और हमें इस reality को, इस new changed reality को accept करना पड़ेगा. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम perpetually lockdown में रहेंगे. इसका मतलब ये है कि travel भी खुल जाएगा, industries भी ज़्यादा open हो जाएंगी. इसका मतलब ये है कि हमें we'll probably not go back to shaking hands anytime soon. We'll probably have to wear masks for a significant amount of time. We'll probably have to develop these habits, and hopefully children, which is a good habit to have in any case, कि बच्चों को भी हमें सिखाएं कि a whole generation will grow up with this habit of washing their hands regularly. And I hope and pray that this pandemic goes away tomorrow. But अभी तक जो लग रहा है, at least until there is जिस तरह हम बात करें, until there is a clearly defined treatment that is widely available, or there is a vaccine. Other than that, it will be hard for us to declare victory, and so we'll have to remain cautious. We'll have to remain careful in our interactions socially. Yes, probably in the next few weeks, शायद हम इसका जो worst है वो देख चुके होंगे और वो गुजर चुका होगा. And so then it will become a part of our routines, and we will be back at work, and it will not be as severe or as common as it is today. But COVID, I believe, is going to be a part of our lives for some time to come.
So masks are not going anywhere for soon. And social distancing, I would not say social distancing, the
physical distancing.
The lockdown situation probably will go away. Physical distancing will stay. We'll have to learn to say salam like this rather than having a handshake. However, the kind of public opinion developing that this as a disease will go away in just like any other disease that goes away. I'm understanding from your discussion here is that we need to wait for the vaccines. We need to wait for the entire world to get. Till then, it is here. Till then, we need to keep on doing what we are doing as a good, and we need to train our kids as well for doing that.
I mean, the best thing we can do for our kids is to educate them and to train them and to enlighten them that this is the reality that we are living in. मेरे थक जाने से या तंग आ जाने से वायरस की सेहत पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. तो मैं जितना मर्जी चाहूं कि वायरस और ये डिजीज खत्म हो जाए, this pandemic will continue for some time. Yes, जिस तरह आपने कहा, ये जरूर होगा कि उसकी severity कम हो जाएगी, number of people infected कम हो जाएंगे, number of people in hospitals कम हो जाएंगे. अल्लाह करे वो दिन बहुत जल्दी आ जाए, अगले हफ्ते आ जाए, जब number of cases decline पे हो, number of deaths decline पे हो. हम सारे यही चाहते हैं, लेकिन वो तभी होगा जब हम एहतियात करेंगे.
Absolutely.
वायरस अपनी मर्जी से खुद छोड़ के नहीं जाएगा. हम वायरस के विंग्स नहीं है. वायरस cannot travel from one person to the next if we don't let it. And the best way to do that is to wear masks and to keep a distance and to wash hands. So सारी चीजें कनेक्टेड हैं. हमारी अगर ख्वाहिश पे होता तो ये आता ही ना. इस तरह का pandemic is disruptive to all of us. All of us have people, family members, loved ones who are impacted by it, and all of us are scared for ourselves, and perhaps even more so for our children and for our parents and grandparents. So I wish as much as anybody कि ये आज ही खत्म हो जाए, but वो तभी होगा जब हम इसको पहले accept करेंगे कि ये है, और इसको खत्म करने के लिए हम सारों ने एज अ सोसाइटी कलेक्टिवली एक्शंस लेने हैं इसके स्प्रेड को रोकने के लिए.
Dr. Sahab, people are also saying that virus is mutating. So that means that there would not be any vaccine identified because it will keep on mutating, it will keep on evolving and adjust to the new factor. And that also is creating a lot of fear among our people that, all right, one day it was flu, it was cough-like, another day it was a heart attack, unfortunately. Then there was some other situation, some other diseases, and it was not, at the end, doctors were blamed that, all right, the patient didn't die of COVID, but the mutation that happened because of COVID, that's why the patient died. How much do you endorse such fear, or let us probably psychologically understand that this is the case or not the case?
देखिए, what COVID does is it puts a lot of stress on the human body. So अगर आप underlying आपकी health अगर strong है, so in most cases you're going to be fine. लेकिन आप अगर already infected हैं या already impacted हैं और आपकी health already compromised है, whether because of a transplant or because of long-term heart disease or long-term any illness, so आपका जिस्म already a compromised state of health में है. And so when COVID puts a stress on top of that, the death may immediately occur because you had a heart attack, but the heart attack was precipitated because you were infected by COVID. अगर COVID ना होता तो शायद you could have kept on living for a long time. So, and as far as the virus mutating is concerned, all viruses mutate. But in most cases, the mutations that happen are very minor. And there are still some conserved regions within the viral RNA जिनके खिलाफ vaccine बनाई जा सकती है, which are those regions, those parts of the virus are the same from one mutant to the next, to the next, to the next. So you can create a vaccine for just like you can create a test. I mean, even if the virus is mutating, RPCR is still picking up even mutated viruses because the targets of our test are conserved from one mutation to the next, if there are mutations. So the mutations are not that much of a concern as far as vaccine development is concerned, at least for now. Abhi tak jo mutations aayi hain, they're really minor. They're not mutations that significantly change the behavior of the virus or its genetic makeup. So, and let's hope that the virus does not misbehave even more and mutates to a point where we have to start all over again.
Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Sahab. I think it was a very informative and very, I feel that with every passing moment, we are getting more fears, but such information session by the qualified doctor like yourself and the detailed answer that you have given, at least we can create some right information, which is very, very important for all of us to understand. And then instead of rumors, sharing those information is more important. I really, really thank you for this time that you have given to us and a very detailed answer. Any parting words you want to say to us so that we can end this session?
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. I would request everybody again, you do your part, and you can do your part by following the basic guidelines that have been given. You can do your part by being kind to people, particularly healthcare workers. Remember, everybody is under a lot of stress. Healthcare workers have to work in spite of that stress. So, and be kind.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for your time. And it was a pleasure having you in our session. I really thank on behalf of our members and our all team of our Bright Beginning and wish you a very, very good evening and rest of the week for you. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Love.